the Super Mario Bros. Movie has become the highest grossing video game adaptation to date. Now, with that success, we know that a sequel to it will be inevitable. So in this video, we're gonna go over the top 5 best ideas for a potential sequel to this new Super Mario Bros. Cinematic universe.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
If you are a Mario fan and you haven't watched it, then stop this video and go watch it. Seriously, go watch the movie first, because there will be spoilers in this video. So go away and watch it. You've been warned. Now, some on this list may be a bit obvious, but I still want to go over them. And also, just so you know, these are in no particular order. Anyways, sit back, relax, and let's go! Cool, so to start off our list, Yoshi's Island is probably the obvious choice of a sequel. So if you watched to the very end of the end credits, or cheated and looked up the end credits on YouTube,
How dare you!
they tease a Yoshi hatching out of its egg, but it's apparently stuck in the underground of Brooklyn. So maybe this movie will be about Yoshi finding its way back to Yoshi's Island? Now, what I want to know is how would the newly hatched Yoshi know it's lost and that it's far from home? Maybe someone discovers the hatchling and helps it find its way through the warp? More on that later. We see everyone back in the Mushroom Kingdom at the end of the movie, so there has to be a pipe that Yoshi can use to find his way back to Yoshi's Island where he belongs. Next up. Now, I feel like this one can't be missed because there's literally a Luma in the movie, that plus a direct reference to there being other galaxies and a perfectly timed shooting star right after that statement. Now, what I'm not so sure about is whether or not this one will be a direct sequel, or maybe it's going to be more of an adventure-esque kind of movie.
What?
You know, one that involves a lot of setup beforehand and could involve the possibilities of introducing other characters that are just galaxies away. Plus, Bowser is the main antagonist of the Galaxy games, and if they were to just stick with just the games, Bowser shouldn't be in captivity, which I'll also admit is something that could be explained in the movie itself, so I won't rule it out. They can totally run with the long-lost cousin of Mario shtick, and it would fit pretty nicely with the story because Mario's family thought of him as a bit of a screw-up. Of course, we know they changed their opinions at the end of the movie, but maybe Wario doesn't have a change of heart. Maybe he sees this as an opportunity to make bank for his own greedy self. See, I can imagine a scenario where he goes to Brooklyn to try to make a profit off of Mario's name. Maybe he starts a business line of Mario merch or something, I don't know. And now that he's in Brooklyn, he could possibly find a golden coin that was left behind from the battle with Bowser. But how does that lead him to the Mushroom Kingdom? Well, what if he meets Yoshi and somehow forces Yoshi to show him where he can find some more coins? Once there, maybe he captures Mario and Luigi, manipulates the Toads into thinking he's a good guy because he looks and is in fact related to Mario, but then probably gets manipulated himself and sets Bowser free, which would likely be his downfall, seeing as he's not really gonna stand much of a chance against Bowser. Okay, so this next one actually could be just an immediate spin-off. I think DK was not at his peak physique in the movie, and I only say this because I believe that he was still pretty young and hasn't really developed as a monkey.
Big monkey?
He was very small compared to the other Kongs in the movie, and it looked like he lacked experience. Up until Mario, he's probably won most of his fights, so getting beat up twice will for sure spark some development, and even if that doesn't do it, the introduction of King K. Rool definitely will. Maybe King K. Rool was just waiting for Bowser's defeat to make a move on the island of the Kongs. I'm sure he figures that his Kremling crew pales in comparison to the might of the Koopa army. And now for the last one. This one's probably my favorite one on the list because I just love the game so much. I mean, King Boo was literally in the movie, and I can imagine that as revenge for defeating Bowser, King Boo captures Mario, and it's up to Luigi to rescue him this time. Seems fitting since Mario went on this whole adventure to rescue Luigi, and Peach had more screen time than him too, so it's his turn for a movie. Luigi's Mansion is definitely one of my favorite games, so seeing this would be absolutely amazing.
Come on, Cranky, take it to the fridge.
And that's it. There's not much to say about Luigi's Mansion. The plot is pretty simple. So with that, I'm out. that's the end of the video. Bye-bye.